Alright, so this lock comes with two, in a set of two. I leave on a deadbolt. I am going to install the deadbolt now. This door, I just remove this one. I am going to install this now, which I would have shown you guys how to install a deadbolt lock before. I will link that video somewhere on the top of the screen, or find a way for you guys to see that installation. So just to show you again, if you have not seen that video where I would have done a little detailed video showing you guys how to install a deadbolt lock. So this is it. I have the lock here. This is the tongue part of the lock, and as you can see, there is a sign here. Ooh, focus. Right, it shows you where on the lock should be up. This is this is also adjustable in the event that you're putting it on a door that has a wider back set, which is from here to the center of the hole. But we're using the regular 3/8 back set, so we're going to readjust that back to the 2 1/3. So this is 2 3/4 of an inch, 2 1/3. So that is it. All right, so these basically come standard usually. So we just insert that right there and push it in, and as you can see, the holes that were there from the previous lock basically lines right back up. As you can see, it's a thumb turn, and the thumb turn is always on the inside because obviously you don't want to be on the outside and someone is able to open the door, as well as the screw. So even if it was a double cylinder where both sides was like this, then the part with the screws would always be on the inside. So always line it up. So the spelling, well, this is how I do it. So the spelling of, or the brand of the lock is always in this position and not like this or like this. So always in this position. And if you come and you look closely on the inside of the lock, you can see that there is a mechanism there where whenever you're installing the other part of the lock, which is the inside in our case, you always want to ensure that you have access to the screws. So you always ensure that the turn is like this. You have to ensure that it can fit into it without any issue, and the screws are also lined up with the holes here to accommodate the screws, right? So you have to line it up and ensure that this as well is set in a way where you can install the screws. So just like that, and then now ensure that it is straight, and you can eyesight it and put your screws in. Screwdriver, and you basically screw in a balanced mode. You want to hold both sides of the lock just like so, with a firm grip. And just like that, we have installed our deadbolt. The trick is you have to ensure that the key is also working. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so this is another trick. So you can see that it's actually attempting to close, but because the strike here is for the knob lock that was on it, then we'll have to just make the adjustment and either remove the strike plate or install the strike plate that comes for the deadbolt lock. We're going to do just that and remove this one. If you have a drill, then you'll definitely go faster. Alright, so now that the strike plate is removed, let's see the difference. What the strike plate is going to do, because the hole here is much wider than the tongue of the lock that is going into the hole, that's why we have this plate. So what the strike plate is going to do now is to just fit perfectly and alleviate this plate. So when that's installed, you can see the difference.